Chapter 9a, Lesson 1 begins now. It is a lesson on infinite series, or series for short. An infinite series is simply the infinite sum of the terms of a sequence. Let's take a look. So 1/2, 2/3. When I saw this as a sequence, they were separated with a comma. A series would be the sum of all the terms. So 1/2 plus 2/3 plus 3/4 plus 4/5 plus ... plus n over n plus 1 plus ... If I were to add up all of these terms, it would give me the infinite series. Now, like a sequence, a series can be summarized using other notation. The sigma is the sum, and if I add up all the terms n over n plus 1, starting with an index, in this case my index is 1, to infinity, that also represents the infinite series. Here is another infinite series. I summarize the infinite series with summation notation from n equals 1 to infinity, 1 over 2 to the n. This series looks almost identical to the one above, except there's an extra 1 in the front. This stands alone. I would need generally the first 3 terms together with the nth term to give the characteristics of the infinite series. The summation notation tells us the index. We don't have to have summation notation for indexing. It's embedded in this. It's understood by this form. But if I wanted, I could write n equals 0 to infinity of 1 over 2 to the n. That's what makes this one different from this one. Here are a few other series. The ultimate goal of this unit is to determine whether the series converges or diverges. What does that mean? Well, if you add up all the terms of the series, maybe it will converge to a number, or perhaps the sum will keep growing and growing and growing and never stop growing. We would say it grows without bound or diverges. That's the ultimate goal of this unit. In Lesson 1, we're going to be dealing with positive term series and some diagnostics to determine whether the series converges or diverges. The nth term test does one of two things. It tells you that the series diverges, or it tells you that further investigation is required. It never tells you it converges. It tells you only that it diverges or further investigation is required. So in the nth term, we analyze the nth term. We analyze what happens if that nth term is way down the line. If we take the limit as n goes to infinity of the nth term, if it equals 0, it's actually bad because it means further investigation is required. It's bad because it's not conclusive, but it gives us the opportunity to say that it might converge. So this passes the nth term test because the nth term goes to 0. It's like saying ultimately down the line we're adding 0 plus 0 plus 0. You might think that it means it converges, but there are some cases where it doesn't converge even though it passes the nth term test. So let's take a look at this second one here. We take the limit as n goes to infinity of the nth term, and this indeed equals 0. Again, it is inconclusive. Further investigation required. Further investigation required. Take a look at the next one. Limit as n goes to infinity of the nth term goes to 0. Further investigation is required. The next one, the limit as n goes to infinity of 2 to the n. Well, that's going to go to infinity. So that says down the line we keep adding these really, really large terms, and beyond that we add larger and larger and larger. In fact, we add infinitely large terms at the end of this series, so the sum will diverge. So if it equals a number other than 0, then we say conclusively diverges. So diverging is not bad, converging is not good. It's not that, it's conclusive evidence is good. So in this case, it's good because we conclusively know it diverges. Last one, we take a limit as n goes to infinity. And this will come out to be a half. So 1/2 is not 0, so conclusively it diverges. Spoiler alert, this one, if we did another test, would prove to converge, but not based on the nth term test. It's just a spoiler. This one would converge, but this one here would diverge. And we would need another test other than the nth term test to decide. And that's what we're going to look at now in the rest of the video.